Science isn't just facts, it's stories. That green sparkle in fireworks? That's boron. The Pyrex cup that doesn't explode when you pour in boiling water? Also boron. And the armor plate that shrugs off a bullet? Yeah, that's boron again. This quiet little element shows up in the strangest places, and once you notice it, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Boron is atomic element number 5. It's what chemists call a metalloid, which is just a polite way of saying it can't decide if it wants to be a metal or a non-metal. And that indecision is exactly what makes it so useful. You won't find boron lying around as shiny nuggets like gold. It only shows up in dusty desert minerals, borax, kernite, colemanite. Now, let's head to the kitchen, where boron has been saving dinner for decades without anyone giving it credit. Borosilicate glass, better known as Pyrex, mixes silica with boron oxide. That extra boron lets the glass laugh at sudden temperature changes. Without it, your casserole dish would be one freezer-to-oven trip away from shattering across the floor. And it's not just casserole dishes. Every lab beaker, telescope lens, and chemistry set owes its toughness to boron. Then there's boron carbide. This stuff is one of the hardest materials on Earth, second only to diamond and a couple of exotic cousins. That's why it ends up in tank armor and bulletproof vests. Boron isn't loud or flashy, but it's literally stopping bullets. This might surprise you. Boron is the secret ingredient in the microchips powering your entire digital life. Add boron to silicon, and suddenly you've got a P-type semiconductor, the backbone of modern microchips. No boron, no computers. No computers, no internet. Which means you wouldn't even be watching this right now. Ever wondered how those tiny earbuds pump out so much sound? That's boron, hiding inside the magnets. The strongest permanent magnets, neodymium magnets, need boron to hold their structure together. Take boron out and the magnets crumble. Those magnets run everything from wind turbines to electric car motors to the headphones in your ears. So once again, boron is hiding in the background, keeping the future running. It even shows up in biology. Plants can't survive without boron. They need it to build strong cell walls and reproduce. That's why farmers add boron to fertilizers. No boron, no crops. No crops? Well, you get the picture. Humans? That's fuzzier. Some research hints at tiny benefits for bones and brains, but we're not falling apart without it. Plants, though, would be doomed. And here's one of boron's party tricks. It soaks up neutrons. That's why nuclear reactors use boron compounds in their control rods. If the reaction gets too hot, boron steps in and chills things down. So, in a very real sense, boron is helping keep nuclear power off the nightly news. Of course, boron has its eccentric side. It doesn't form neat ions like most elements. Instead, it builds oddball clusters with weird electron sharing. Rocket engineers in the 1950s even tried boron-based zip fuels. They packed crazy amounts of energy, but the exhaust was toxic and ate through engines. So, great idea on paper, terrible idea in the sky. And if you think boron only belongs in labs, think again. That green flame in fireworks? That's boron showing off. Those old 20 Mule Team Borax commercials? Straight up boron advertising. It's never been famous like gold or uranium, but it has popped up in some surprising cultural moments. Here's the kicker. Boron is rare. Less than 1/1000th of Earth's crust. That's why giant deposits in California and Turkey are so important. Without them, no Pyrex, no semiconductors, no armor plating. So what's the bottom line? Boron is the element that keeps your glass from breaking, your armor from failing, your chips from frying, and your crops from starving. Not bad for something that can't even decide if it's a metal. Next time you reheat leftovers, scroll through your phone, or drive past a wind turbine, give a nod to boron. It may not be famous, but it's been holding the modern world together all along. And up next, we'll dive into the element that built the very backbone of life itself, carbon. Stay curious.